Hello beautiful. So this is a 2021 recap. So I did do a video which I'll link in the iron down below. Bless you darling. For January this year when I looked back on 2020's vision board. Gosh, I don't even want to see a photo of me in January. Oh, here she is. Okay, so I started off in January in my old house, which was still living with my mum. But it was a rented house and we couldn't make any changes to it. I had my furniture, I had my bureau and I had my drawers and my bed. I didn't have my wardrobe and I had this like big chair, so I had like two separate rooms which were split. Oh my gosh, I got all of my new crystal jewellery beginning of January and now I'm like all up on my crystals, everything. This is so interesting. Wow, I first got the One Direction perfumes in January. And now I'm like, perfume. Oh, I got the tan orange set in January. Now I'm like a fake tan maniac. Wow. Gosh, and we had snow in January. I was drinking a lot of energy drinks. Oh, this is the day that I got sent home from work because I was crying too much. I think I had to hand in my notice into my job last January. But they refused it, which I'm very glad, and they offered me a new job, which I'm much happier in now. Oh my gosh, I still have my belly pierced in January. Oh my gosh, am I glad to have said goodbye to that. Okay, so this is my first post of the year on Instagram. It was actually taken in like October time, I think. All throwbacks. Okay, I didn't post properly like an actual photo I took in 2020 until 31st of January, which obviously showed I was up to nothing in January 2021. Gosh, I'm so confused. This January, I was obviously up to nothing. Okay, so this, I posted my teeth cleaning video. Oh my gosh, she looks like such a different person. That's me. She just looks insecure and, oh, she was not happy. She really was not happy. She looks so different. What? Like, I know that's literally me, but like, oh, I love you, little Jazz. Let's have a look at February. Oh, here we go, starting off with a COVID test. I cut all my hair off. So, I don't know if you know, I used to be blonde, like bleach blonde, box dye, like never any professional touched my hair when I was blonde. So like still now you can see like the ends of my hair are a lot lighter. And they're a lot like drier still, those bits, but like when I had like a chunk of it was still blonde, my hair was like so fried, so I kept having to chop the little blonde bits off, and then I went for a big chop in January. She was cute. I think short hair is very liberating. Oh, and then there's me. See, I remember these feelings. I remember just thinking like when I took this, I remember thinking I'm not okay now, but I know I'm gonna be so happy. Oh, I'm still making a lot of ASMR in February. Oh, and then we got some snow. We got snow. That was really happy. I like that. So then we got snowed in and then I couldn't go to work. So that was fun and nice experience. I enjoyed that. In February was the last time I went to my woods. So I used to live like in the woods basically, and I've like grown up in the woods my whole life. And I knew that we were moving this year. It was the last time I went to the woods and I was like, I'm not gonna go to the woods anytime after this. It's in the snow, it's beautiful. And I sat there like a wet balm and I was just in awe of just, I think I sat there for like 45 minutes, just literally just staring at the trees, just taking it all in. But like I was ready for like change and transition then, so that was really interesting. Oh, I got loads of fake tattoos in February. That was cool, I liked that. Oh, and I got lots of new clothes, trying out these like Shein trends. You know, we all make mistakes. Okay, so I didn't even realise this all happened so quickly, but it did. So I've got something to show you, which if you follow me religiously, you would know, and you know that I love it, and you know exactly what it is. And you know why I'm excited. So in January I got the birthday present of the Burberry card holder, and I was like, look, I'm never going to be able to afford anything Burberry for like a long time. It's my dream designer though and I love it, and I was manifesting Burberry a lot. Like I had it as my phone background, I would always look on the website. Somehow I found this secondhand Burberry bag which was with a bit of a stretch. something I could afford, and this is my bag. That's when I kind of saw my manifestations take off. Like I literally made a video about how I manifested this bag. This was a big moment because it like set off my manifestations for the rest of the year, and I was like, if I want it, I can get it. And that it can be anything. So that's probably, was that the biggest thing that happened to me in February? Oh, my niece was born. So I made this and I was feeling really, really shitty about the way I looked. Looking back then, like it's all perception because like, look at her, she's so cute. And March, baby, March. March is when I moved from the woods to the countryside, and this is a house that my mum has bought, so I can do whatever I wanted. I've lived in rented housing since I was 4 years old, so literally since I can remember. I've always wanted to paint my walls dark, like really dark. I'm happy, like I feel like I've been able to like live in a space and like put my personality onto it. I've never had that before. Just like little things, like I'd always get headaches in summertime, and having light walls just wouldn't help with that. Our garden was literally just like a mud patch. Like it's transformed so much. Oh, okay, so I also then in March bought this, well, I bought a different one because I broke that one that I bought, but I bought this 4 litre or like 3.7 litre bottle to help my health and to help me drink more water. So that was kind of like a new, like working on myself a bit more. Like I felt more like, okay, I know how to make changes. Like let's start off with my health, and got that, which is just like a little symbol of like where my mind was at. Oh, I got some new Crocs. Oh, see, this is like bringing back good memories. Like I felt happy here. And now we're into April. Gosh, okay. I was planning a trip. Oh my gosh, game changer. I was planning a trip with my best friend. We said we were gonna go to Paris, so I posted a photo of an Eiffel Tower. Just spent a lot of time on my cat because also you had to keep the cats in, so that was nice bonding. Okay, and then I got sad again. Like in my head for so long, it was like, once we get to the house, then my life starts. And obviously I got to the house, but my life was pretty much still the same. So I obviously forgot that I had to like make the changes myself to get the life I wanted. And there was a lot of decisions which I knew I had to make, but we're not there yet. It gets a little bit better first. So we got to Easter, and I was in a state, like I said, like I wasn't wearing makeup, I wasn't doing my hair. I don't know how to do hair. I never do hair. I was wearing like joggers all the time and like vintage t-shirts, which yeah, that's a look, but I was wearing that every day. Probably weren't clean. Like it wasn't really taking care of myself. Easter came around and I was like, I'm gonna put a dress on. And like if I wore something like this now, I don't think anyone would bat an eye. But at the time, everyone was like, I know I'm making a big deal, but Jasmine's like dressed up. Jasmine's wearing real clothes. And I had a really, really nice time. Like my family came over, they came to see the house. Like I was with my boyfriend then, we were really happy. So then Jasmine started feeling herself a bit more. So she's like working out, she's like got cute outfits on, she's like posing. See, she's happy, she's starting to work out. And this is when like lockdowns and stuff started to ease a bit more, so people started getting haircuts and life started to like open up again. My dad's dog was really happy, he kind of like rescued him earlier on in the year. Oh, this was good. I got eucalyptus in my shower. Like I really like set myself a precedent of like, I'm gonna take care of myself. Oh, here she goes, fancy new outfit, nice Burberry bag. Like I was starting to really feel happy here. Oh, there's like a little ab check-in, and I've still got my belly bar. Gosh. So I'd always like take like ab check-in photos and just like track my progress, which I was really happy with. And then we get to May, which was not the best. So I think we started off, we like celebrated our little Christmas in May. We had like some of my family over, so that was really, really nice. Like I'm okay, I'm fine. Just So May came around, and like I said, I'd just been working on myself and wasn't really putting other people first, and oh fuck it, I'm just gonna let myself get emotional. I broke up with my boyfriend, who was like my bestest friend. Like I knew him since I was 17 till I was 23. I think it's because like I try and like move on from things, try not to think about it. And now I'm like looking at photos and like reminisce. But I guess this showcases like life as an experience, and but also like I'm so glad that happened still, because I wouldn't have been able to like do so much. Like I wouldn't have changed that much as a person, and I wouldn't be where I am now. Okay, we're all good. Had some lunch, got a nice cup of coffee in my new mug. So this is my 2022 mug. Like even like May, like I feel like that still doesn't look like me. I feel like I'm a different, well obviously I've had different procedures since then, but I feel like it doesn't look like me. Oh, okay, so this is a bit more like skincare-y stuff. I started using these cleansers in June. So I use the salicylic acid at night time, and I use the hydrating in the morning time, and that just like my skin likes that. Beginning of June, end of May, I took out my belly piercing. The reason I had my belly piercing was because my ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend had her belly button pierced. I took it out and I felt so happy and liberated, and that's when I really feel like I started to take my life back a bit more. Be with that, and I also got the new Louis Tomlinson tracksuit. Okay, so I've moved now because my neighbour was outside my window and I got embarrassed. Okay. And then also in June I got Botox. So I guess that's when I first started like investing in like my face and changes to myself. June was a month that sticks out for me where I had a lot of nice summery clothes that I could wear, but I also couldn't then wear them, if you get me. This was the day after, right? So everyone had left the house. So I was like, right, if I post more photos with me with my arms out, then no one's going to suspect anything. And it was all kind of like, you know, and you post things and like yeah, you would have no idea, you know? But I know, this is a photo which was like my, yeah, anyways. Yeah, and I started like to fall in love with myself a little bit more, just like accepting my little quirks. Oh yeah, so then I was like, right, I have this like old photo shoot I did, I'm now single, let me post that because it makes me feel really good about myself. So I posted that for free, you don't have to pay for that at the moment. Okay, so then I started doing shadow work. I actually think the June incident like kind of like catapulted me into shadow work, because I was like, look, if I can't do this anymore, then I need to get it out in another way. So I would just sit in front of a mirror and I'd talk to myself and I'd cry, and I'd like sit and think and listen to music, and I'd cry, and I'd really like figure out all these emotions. I did a ton of shadow work. I've got a video about shadow work and what it is, how to do it and stuff. I don't want to bore you with it now, but really kind of like that really like elevated me. It literally changed me into a completely different person. Oh, yo, this. I saw this all over TikTok and I was like, I have to try it. Oh, it's not gonna load. But basically, you get the gist. I'm laying in the rain. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and I started, my friend was teaching me how to walk in heels, so I was walking in heels. I had a wedding to prepare for. I got some like stick-on nails and stuff, and I was really into like false nails in like summertime. It just makes me laugh. Like I was making people coffee at work and wrote everyone's name on the cup, so like I was just enjoying my time at work a lot more. I didn't hate it. Yeah, this was my trip to London where I met Mr. Styles, sort of. And got to see the Ned. Oh, and I started drinking again. So I didn't drink the whole time I was with my partner because he didn't drink, and you know, like our values aligned in that at that time. But like all of my family drinks, like all of them like drinks a lot. So it was hard for me like being around them predominantly not to drink, and I started drinking again. Oh, so I started really getting into like my witchy stuff and really into my manifestation. My day out to the Ned by myself. I got my first ever PR package in August. I made a video on it. The company is Glad Rags, and I'm so happy to work with them, be an ambassador with them, and I'll link all their stuff down below. Do I want to talk about this? Probably not, probably shouldn't cry again. Basically, one of my friends passed away and I reconnected with her family, and that helped like my healing a lot. Hey, got the Estrid parcel. That's really sweet. Oh, look at her go. She's like feeling herself. Love that. And then, I mean, it's hard. Like I want to like tell you all my gossip, but also like probably shouldn't because this person's very private. Basically, I went to a wedding. I shooted my shot. Basically. and I haven't stopped seeing them since. So hey, I got my new work badge, which was like really overdue, but then it's the content that's like now, which I'm really proud of, like how my channel has progressed, and yeah, especially like my last couple of videos, really proud of them. And then yeah, the Instagram, the Christmas content started, like family holidays, just being a little Instagrammer, all aesthetic-y stuff. And now this is from today, going to IKEA, starting 2022. So that was my 2021 recap. It's good to look back, it's good. But thank you so much for watching this and like hearing about my year. I hope it's sort of given you a little bit of motivation, and you know, it's just like nice to see kind of like real people, real experiences, even though I talk about magic most of the time. Grateful for you for watching this. If no one's told you recently, I'm proud of you, I love you. No matter what your 2021 looks like, it's the last day today and we're going to go into 2022. And I'll see you tomorrow in 2022.